Welcome back, YouTube fam, to another episode at DPAD's Daily. I have been super busy finishing up that custom home we're doing. For some of you who know, for Alex and Melissa, we are almost at the finish line, and I've just been grinding away, getting the house from the final 95% finish to the 100. I feel like that last 5% takes the hardest push. So I've been caught up there. But I am back at my Kavanaugh duplex. Not much has happened since our last episode, but a lot is coming. We're still, we have left this trench open here as we're still waiting for our underground electrical inspection. So we're done backfilling all the back area, but the front we will have to do once that inspection is done. But there has been some progress done inside the home. You might be wondering, hey, it all looks the same, it's just concrete. But no, we have had some foundational work, I would say. As you can see here, we have our screw piles in place. So these screw piles are about 10 feet deep into the ground. The whole purpose for this is when we pour our concrete slab, it's going to sit right on top of this dirt. It's only 4 inches thick, but when the garage is not heated, so it's going to be a cold atmosphere here. So when the seasons, when we go from winter to summer, the concrete tends to contract or expand, and sometimes this floor can also settle, and concrete doesn't like to move. So the purpose of these piles is basically that they'll keep the slab in place right here and prevent it from cracking, which cracks do happen, but at least these screw piles will minimize the tensile forces in the concrete. As you can see, there are some pipes, and what that means, our plumbing groundworks team has been here, and now you see a whole bunch of cool pipes laid out in the ground. So this is what we call our plumbing groundworks. So they've done the blue, I guess the teal pipe that's coming out. That's our main water line, which will be providing water to the whole unit. This orange cap is going to be the washroom in the basement in the future. And basically they've set up all the drains that will be connected to the sinks and the toilets throughout the house, and they've connected it basically, I think it's that point or that point, which is the main sanitary line, which is taking it out and connecting it to the city sanitary line. So they have to do all this groundwork before we can pour our basement slab. So now, since this is done, I have to get my framing started, and once the main floor is laid out, we can call for inspections, because the inspector will need steps to come down. They don't like coming down on a tall ladder, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't like to do that either. We are scheduled to start framing as early as this weekend coming up, so which is only a couple days away. These framers that we have are extremely fast. I think by probably May 20th, May 25th, we'll probably have the whole structure up. Probably have the windows and doors in too by that time. But that's me being optimistic. Things can go sideways real fast in construction. So it's good to be optimistic, but you also have to be ready for setbacks. It's 8 in the morning and I'm on site. We got action. All our framing materials here on site. So these are the joist packages, basically what your floor is gonna sit on. And at the back, you see in the garage, they have some framing material for the subfloor. And you see the boys are already here. So these guys will be getting going today, and our crew is really fast and they work quality. So we're thinking maybe 3 weeks from now they'll be done framing here. But I'm gonna come back later in the day, check up on the boys, answer any questions if they may have any, and keep you guys posted on the progress. So as you can see, they're preparing the floor, the main floor here. These are called the joists. So this is what your floor sits on. And as you can see, this is why your whole structure is so supported. Now these are engineered floor joists, so they calculate the amount of weight that's going to be on here, and all of these number crunching that they do to figure out what size these joists need to be how deep they need to be, and everything. It's a very detailed layout that they give to us, and the framers must follow it to the T, because otherwise the engineering won't work out. As you can see, these straps, I'm gonna put my plans on the ground. These straps, if I understand correctly, they'll pull it up and then they'll put the screws or nail it to the rim board here, and that's why they call it the hurricane strap. So it's supposed to increase strength and hold the whole structure together. And you can see inside, if I look inside, you see this poly. It's like a thick plastic that they put. I'll kind of try to show you. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's between, basically, it's between this ladder and this rim board. That's where they put it. They don't want any moisture coming up from the concrete to the wood. You never want any moisture touching the wood, because it's gonna rot, and that's how you try to protect it. When I come to site, I come with a set of plans, and as you can see, these lines, they probably don't mean anything to you, but what they're actually referring to are these joists that we're looking at. So when I come here, I try to match them up. As you can see, we're at the back of the house. We're standing right about here right now. So these are all the single joists going in a line, as you can see here. And then we have the stair up ahead, which is why we have the opening. And then another set of joists up ahead out there. You can see here now, this is a dark line, and it says is 11.875 inches by 18 feet long, and there's two of them. So as if I go here, that's exactly what we have. And that's how I have to come and compare my drawings to what's actually happening on site, and just make sure there are no errors happening. It's a beautiful site. I love having the framers on site. They move the fastest, and you can see so much progress happening every day. I'll take you guys down here. We left this trench open still as we're waiting on our gas line install. We have to leave it open for them to come in and run their line from the main property line until here, until a gas meter. So they'll run it all the way up to here and then put a gas meter over here. So we have to leave this open. We had our one inspection for our underground has passed. As you can see now, that's the door going to the basement and to the house. Our stair guys are coming tomorrow to measure, and then they'll make it and hopefully deliver it the next day. Now errors, will happen as part of construction. There will be things missed, but the beauty of construction is everything can be fixed. My framers tend to move really fast. They're saying they'll frame this whole duplex up in maybe 2 to 3 weeks time. So I'm expecting maybe by May end we'll have other crews coming in here getting the work done. I'm actually headed to my lawyer's office now. Have a few documents to sign as we wrap up the custom home that we're finishing. Last I would say 3 to 4 weeks in construction, right before we're about to hand over the home, is probably the most stressful and hectic time for me. There's so much coordination happening, and then attention to detail is required at the highest level possible. And we have given a set timeline at this point to the homeowners that we will be giving you the keys at a particular date. So we must meet that and make sure all of our inspections have been passed prior to that. So it's a lot of coordination, and usually I lose my sleep about 2 to 3 weeks leading into the possession day. I even tend to get sick in those days. So I'm learning how to manage my stress a little bit better. We're close, we're about 2 days away from handing it over. So I'm super excited that everything's gone so smoothly, and it's truly been a dream project for us, and I've got to learn so much. and our clients have been just absolutely phenomenal people to deal with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to wrapping that project up and then transferring all of my energy to our duplexes in Kavanaugh. It's my wife's birthday tomorrow. I haven't planned anything yet, but with all the stress going on at work, it's been I've been very focused in getting that job done, and she's also been busy at her work. But I'm going to see if I can pull off a last minute surprise for her. But we are going on a short trip to the States. I'm not sure if any of you guys are from there, but we're actually headed to Minnesota. We're going to Minneapolis for a conference, and we have a few extra days, so we'll go roam around to the Mall of America, and I just have to research what other attractions there are. But that'll be a good birthday trip for my wife, I would imagine. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment below with some feedback if you saw a thing or two that I can improve on, or if I missed something that you want me to cover next time. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more regular content. This is just the beginning. Thank you.